Now when starting your oil change, I like to open up the hood. Go ahead and locate where your oil dipstick tube is going to be. Pull out that dipstick. Go ahead, give that a wipe down. And I'm going to set this right across the top here. That way there, I know that when I finish the job, if I get distracted, I don't have to worry about coming back and forgetting to add oil. This is left out and it says, hey, you forgot to do something. So let's go ahead and continue with our oil change. Now underneath the vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and locate your engine oil pan. There's a 15mm bolt here. I'm going to use our socket and ratchet. You want to have a catch can and your drain bucket underneath the vehicle. This is a good time to go ahead and put on some rubber gloves. This is going to help you from getting oil all over your hands. So once your oil is done draining out, go ahead and put your drain plug back in. Now if your bolt needs a new washer on it, now's the time to go ahead and do it before you tighten this in. Let's go ahead and snug that bolt down. Once you have that bolt tight, go ahead and give this a clean wipe down. Now accessing the oil filter can be done from up underneath the engine, or you can do it from underneath the vehicle. It's going to be located on the passenger side of the engine right here, and it screws in horizontally. I'm going to go ahead and use our ratchet and our oil filter wrench. Pop that on there, and we're going to loosen that oil filter. Once you get your oil filter loose, you can go ahead and reach up there by hand. Then you want to have your catch can underneath as well, because oil will leak out of your oil filter. Go ahead and remove that filter. Tip it upside down in your catch can and go ahead and get rid of the residual oil there. Now for our oil filter, we're going to go ahead and take some of the engine oil, the new engine oil that is recommended by the manufacturer specifications. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the oil filter. What we're doing right now is we're going to prime the oil filter. The purpose of this here is to help eliminate dry start when you start the engine with the fresh oil change. If there's no oil in this filter, it could be a short amount of time before that engine oil gets cycled up through. I'll go ahead and add a little bit more to this here. I'm going to let that settle for a couple minutes. We're going to use a rag, reach up, and we want to wipe off the surface of where the new oil filter is going to go. Other thing you also want to check for is when you remove the old oil filter, did the O-ring seal come off with the oil filter? It may have come off of the oil filter and stuck to the side of the engine. You want to make sure that that is gone and you have a smooth metal surface there. Now we're going to go ahead and tip our filter sideways. A little bit of oil is going to come out as we go ahead and put this up onto the engine. Go ahead and get that filter started on the engine, thread that on, and then we'll go ahead and snug that down. Now I'm putting on that oil filter. It shouldn't be much more than hand tight, so you want to make sure that it's snug, but you don't want to use tools to install your oil filter. Let's go ahead and add a clean funnel here. I'm going to go ahead and add 4.5 quarts of oil. I want to double check the manufacturer specified type of oil, weight, all that stuff there. And once you've added your 4.5 quarts of oil, you got to remove your funnel. Go ahead and install the dipstick with your oil fill cap. At this point here, you want to go ahead and hop in the vehicle, start it up. You want to let it run for about 30 seconds. Go ahead and shut it down. You want to come on back here, and you're going to grab your rag, and you're going to open this up. The first time you pull it out, you want to do a fresh wipe, and then go ahead and slide this back in, and go ahead and remove it.